This video was edited by AJ Analysis, a link to his channel will be in the description. So going into the game, David Moyes deployed a 4-2-3-1 system, with Eddie Howe using a 4-3-3. From the start of the game, we saw West Ham defending very passively in a 4-4-2 shape, with the front two of Benrahma and Antonio preferring to sit alongside Shelvey, Newcastle's deepest midfielder, rather than pushing out to pressurise either Burn or Shah, which allowed Newcastle's centre-backs to carry the ball out into the middle third. Newcastle in possession were using a 2-3-4-1, with Shelvey playing the role of a regista, sitting deep in front of West Ham's front two and being Newcastle's main progressor of the ball from those deep positions, as Joe Linton and Joe Willock would sit ahead of him. Newcastle did control much of the ball throughout the first and second half, and this was because West Ham basically allowed them to because of how deep they sat. But sitting deep with the front two retaining positions alongside Shelvey did allow West Ham to reduce the space between their midfield line and front two, and this is why Newcastle weren't able to progress the ball into the final third as much as they would have hoped. Also, if you do like the look of these phone cases, I'll leave the link in the description below. Anything you buy will help support the channel. My personal favourite is the Ronaldo Sue celebration one, even though I do also like the Fergie one as well. But be sure to go over to the site linked in the description. They've got a lot of other designs as well, and if you use code AF at checkout, you should get 25% off as well. Both sides' best attacking moves did come in transition after they won the ball back and looked to move the ball forward quickly. Newcastle did this with either Shelvey playing a long pass or from Willock or Joe Linton carrying the ball through the centre of the pitch. Declan Rice also did this, with West Ham either relying on his dribbling through the centre of the pitch or looking for a quick vertical pass into Fornals or Benrahma after they had won the ball back, allowing them to drive forward and look for runs in behind for Bowen and Antonio. I did think that Benrahma was quite good in the first half, playing behind Antonio and able to play quick first time passes around the corner to release either Bowen or Antonio, though West Ham still weren't able to create that much from these situations. And that was the story of this game, as both sides had just 3 shots on target with one big chance each. West Ham recorded an XG of just 0.81, with Newcastle recording 1.05, and that tells you how this game went. Both sides did lack creativity. Newcastle did press more aggressively than West Ham did, but that's not saying much, pressurising West Ham in their build-up on occasion. Though like West Ham, they were happy to drop back into a deeper defensive shape when in the middle third. However, Eddie Howe used a 4-5-1 rather than a 4-4-2, and West Ham struggled to break down Newcastle's shape as Rice dropped into a deeper position just in front of the centre-backs to receive the ball, while Souček would push up in between the lines. West Ham didn't try enough incisive passes to work the ball between the lines, and instead were content to have Rice or one of the two centre-backs play long diagonal passes over to the right side, and they did create a good chance in fairness from this situation in the first half, as Rice's switch of play allowed Fredericks to head the ball into Bowen's path, and from here he was unlucky to see his shot come off the bar. But West Ham did get the breakthrough, and it did come from a set piece. Murphy allowed Dawson to run off of him into the space in front of the main pack, and he connected brilliantly with the ball, heading it past Dubravka to give West Ham the lead. At that point it seemed like Moyes had got his tactics right, as West Ham were now in the perfect position to sit deep and compact and let Newcastle come onto them. However, the problem with this approach is that by not engaging your opposition high up the pitch, you allow them to get into your half a lot easier, moving the ball closer to your box, and it's hard to not have individual mistakes throughout a whole game. Playing this way does make you more susceptible to one of your defensive players having a positional error or a mistake on the ball, and that's exactly what happened for Newcastle's goal. On the stroke of half-time, Murphy picked up the ball on the left side and Fraser makes an excellent overlapping run before putting in a decent cross into a good area. However, Rice has a simple header just to head it away, but he gets it completely wrong, heads it back into the 6-yard box, and there's confusion between Dawson and Fredericks. One of them should just be assertive and put their foot through it, but it seems like they are both leaving it for each other, allowing Willock to sneak in and flick it off the post and over the line. In the second half, a lot of the same problems still persisted. I don't think Souček offers enough in possession, pushing forward but only really being an aerial threat, and so this often leaves Rice on the ball where he can't drive through the middle, and so is forced to play long balls out to the flanks or into Antonio, which often just results in the ball going back to the opposition. Joe Willock was very good for Newcastle, with his ball carrying ability being vital for Newcastle's ball progression up the pitch, but like West Ham, they lack the ability to play between the lines and often resort to long passes up the field or aimless crosses into the box, which don't get the best out of Chris Wood. I thought other than the Newcastle goal, Rice was fantastic at breaking up play, stalking the Newcastle players as they drove through the centre of the pitch, and using his strength and tackling ability to win the ball back and stop the attack. But not only do West Ham lack creativity from deep, but they also suffer when in the final third from a lack of forward passing options because their attack is very narrow, with Antonio, Bowen, Fornals and Ben Rama all having central starting positions, which closes off West Ham's passing options in the final third. So overall, this game looked like a mid-table clash. A good result for Newcastle, but West Ham's lack of creativity in the centre of the pitch and inability to break down a deep defensive unit is finally catching up with them, and it's why they are beginning to drop points in games like this. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, check the description to see some other videos, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you do get notified when my videos come out.